Welcome to Manifest with Kassi, your weekly space for aligning your mindset, rewiring your beliefs, and stepping into the life you've always known is meant for you. I'm your host, Kassi, and each week I'll be sharing powerful, practical tools on manifestation that are not just inspiring, but grounded in neuroscience. Because it isn't about wishful thinking, it's about understanding how your brain works, how your subconscious shapes your reality, and how you can consciously create and change from the inside out. Everything I share here is something I've lived, practiced, and embodied. These are the tools that help me manifest my dream life. And now I'm here to help you do the same. So if you're ready to shift your mindset, expand what you believe is possible, and start creating a life that truly feels aligned, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Oh, and welcome to Manifest with Kassi. It's so nice to have you back. In today's episode, we will be talking about self-consciousness, and I will take you through what self-consciousness is and what that actually means when we are fully self-conscious. Who are we conscious of? The next video that will explain everything is part of my manifestation lessons, which you can find in my private Facebook group. But I'm bringing it here so everybody can enjoy it in this podcast. So tune in and enjoy for the next few minutes. Today, we're talking about one topic that has been in my head for a while, like every other topic that we're talking about in this platform. But today we're talking about self-consciousness, and we hear that quite a bit, and we just say, we're so self-conscious when we're doing things, and sometimes we hear people saying, don't be so self-conscious, just relax, and we just don't really know, should we be self-conscious, should we not be self-conscious, what are we looking for in this life, and how are we delivering this self-consciousness, and how are we able to understand when it's good to be self-conscious and when it's not good to be self-conscious, and what do they mean when they say that, and how does that impact our daily life, how that impacts our daily actions, our results with anything that we do in life. And it's so important because sometimes self-consciousness can have a negative effect, right? Because you know, when we think of self-conscious people, we think of people that they're constantly thinking of their movements, of what they're doing, how they're behaving, what type of language they're using, if their words they're using are correct. So there isn't this inner judgment, this inner critic is coming on constantly to just sabotage them and to just tell them, and just to remind them of themselves, to become more so they are more self-conscious in whatever it is they do. I remember that I am self-conscious as well. I may come across very strong and quite open, and that I have healed myself in every single aspect. No, I'm still a work in progress, and this is why I'm here. I'm delivering my findings, what I've been through in the Becoming Me channel on Instagram. You can find more details if you want to join. But we're always going through a journey of self-discovery and self-development and growth. And we're here to become this better version of ourselves. So being self-conscious, what does that mean really? If we just sit down with it, self-conscious is someone who is constantly checking the feedback from others and is constantly receiving feedback from others, but is always aware of that negative feedback and is not aware of the positive feedback. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because this person who is self-conscious, but being self-conscious is not really allowing them to thrive. It's just on the reverse, on the contrary. It's making them just withdraw and just close up and be very edgy and tricky. One is self-conscious, I just mentioned before, is that they're seeking for that negative feedback. And mind you, like at the moment I'm doing a live, I don't have people in the same room. I only have people in the on my screens, my laptop and my phone. But this is feedback from me. I'm getting feedback from you guys. Like, for example, how many people are watching live, how many people are commenting, how many people are giving hearts or whatever. So this is a constant feedback for me. Same thing if you're having a conversation. If you're having a conversation with someone, then you are still getting that positive feedback. And what do I mean by that? If you see people nodding, if you see people smiling, if you see people rejecting your thoughts, if the conversation you're having at that moment, just kind of like saying yes, no, maybe that's right, that's not, or maybe you just see their gesture saying, or they're just becoming indifferent. What happens in that way is you're receiving the negative feedback that person is giving you. You become more aware of yourself, so becoming more self-conscious. So actually, we're really paying attention on other people's consciousness. Do you know what I mean? So we're not really paying attention to our own self, but we're paying attention to what other people will say about us. Other people's opinions. Am I liked? Is what I'm saying okay? Am I perceived? Is my posture okay? Will somebody say something about my makeup, my hair? Is my mannerism okay? Or if you're in a situation when you're eating with others in a business form or in a form where you don't really know them well, is my eating manners okay? Should I be waiting for them? Am I chewing okay? I'm just giving you situations that you can actually relate, and you can think that, yes, this is something that it resonates with me. So when you're actually being self-conscious, you become more conscious of others people's consciousness. When you think that, it's just mind-blowing. It really clicks in your head, and you can really understand how deep that is, and it might actually help you become self-conscious. So become conscious for your own self, and you're more conscious of yourself, how you feel. Am I feeling good the way I'm doing it? Yes, okay, I'll carry on. Or with your mannerism, am I happy? Is this me? So for example, if you think of situations when you are in a family setting or with really good friends and you are being yourself, this is when you are self-conscious and you're not aware of other people's consciousness. It's pretty intense when we think about that, because the word of being self-conscious is what it's really saying is that we're being self-conscious of our own self. Yes, we are, but that is in correlation with other people's and how they're judging us, because we have always thought that we are constantly being judged and we're being constantly criticized, and the first critic is our inner critic. We are the number one critic of ourselves. So sometimes when we think about that and we actually liberate ourselves, that it's actually, I need to be self-conscious for me. So if I'm happy with what I'm doing, I'll go ahead and do it. It really boils down to this. So when we understand the true meaning of self-consciousness, then we're becoming more free of different beliefs that are holding us back. So this was today's manifestation lesson. Always keep it nice and short for you guys. So just think, why are you self-conscious? What does self-conscious mean for you? Are you constantly self-conscious? How is that helping you? Are you really self-conscious, or is it really what you're interested in is what other people think about you? What do you think? I'd love to see your comments. If you want to leave your comments, make sure you do. I would love to see you guys dropping in your views and your comments. All right then, guys, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining. Take care.